Every game needs some way to display the health of the player. Each game uses a different technique, but the most common one that we find is a heart display. Hello everyone, my name is Heather from Freelance Pakistan Games, and in this video I will show you how you can create a dynamic heart system in Unity. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I have opened up a very simple scene in Unity. I have also imported a heart sprite that will be used to display the heart. You can of course use your own sprites, and if you want to use this one, the link will be in the description below. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is right click on the hierarchy and create a canvas game object. After that we will create an empty game object and rename it to heart container. You can rename it to whatever you want. Then add a horizontal layer group component to it. Okay, so now we need an image to display the hearts, so I'll go to UI and create an image object. I'll rename it to heart and change its sprite to a heart sprite. I will change the image type to filled and change the fill method to horizontal. Now we need to add a border to the heart, so I'll go to UI and create another image and I'll rename it to border, and I will change the sprite to an outline sprite. So now our heart display is completed. I will click on the heart container and align it to the top left corner. You can do this by pressing Alt and clicking on the position you want to align it to. Then we will make a prefab of the heart object by dragging and dropping it into the asset folder. So now when I drag and drop a heart object into the heart container, you can see that it automatically aligns itself. This is why we used a horizontal layered group, so that we do not have to position them by code. It is done automatically. But now when we drop a heart object into the canvas game object, we see that we have to align it manually, and that would be a lot of work. We can also change the spacing between the hearts to make them look nicer. Now I will delete all the hearts and then we will start with the coding part. Now we will right click on the assets folder and create a new C# script. We will rename it to players health, and we'll create another script and rename it to UI manager. We are creating two scripts because in our game we need to make sure that the gameplay logic is separated from the UI logic. In the player health class we will create a player health instance, and this will be used to store the reference to the current instance of this class. We are doing this so that we can easily access it from the UI manager class. Then we will create a public int max health, and we will create an integer health. Make sure to do the reference in the awake method. In the start method we will assign max health to health. After that we will create a public void take damage. This will be used to update the health. In the take damage method we will subtract 1 from the health. Then we will switch back to Unity and create a new UI button. I'll rename it to damage button. I will drag the player health script onto the main camera, and on the damage button I will assign the take damage method in the onClick event. Okay, so when I assign a value to max health and hit play, we can see that whenever I click the take damage button, the health is decreased by 1. However, it goes below 0, so to fix that, I'll go back into the code and add a condition to check if the health is less than 0 or not. If it is, then we will return out of the function. And after adding this line, we can see that whenever the health goes below 0, it stops. Now that our take damage method is working perfectly, we need a way to show the health. So in the UI manager class, I will create a new public game object heart, and I will create a public list of images and call it hearts. We are using a list so that we can easily add hearts to the game while it is running. Then we will create a reference to the player health class, and I will call it player health. In the start method, I will assign player health equal to the player health.instance. Now in order to populate the heart container with hearts, we will use a for loop. So we'll write for int I equals to 0, I is less than player health dot max health I plus plus. And for each iteration of the for loop, we will instantiate a new game object and parent it to the heart container game object. Then we will take the image component of the heart game object and add it to the heart list. Now when I go back into Unity and hit play, we can see that the hearts are being instantiated properly. I could try changing the max health to 3 and it still works. So now we need a way to update the hearts. So in the UI manager class, I will create a new method and call it update hearts. Now I will create an integer and I will call it heart fill. So I want to assign the value of player health to this whenever the update heart method is called. But since the health variable is private, therefore we cannot access it directly. So we have to create a getter for it. So in the player health class, I will write public int health and I will create the getter. And in the getter, I will return the value of health. Now we can easily access the health in the UI manager class. After that, I will create a for each loop and we will loop through each image in the hearts list. Then for each image in the hearts list, we can make its fill amount equal to the heart fill and subtract 1 from the heart fill. So far the UI manager class has no way to know when the player takes damage. So we will create a simple event system for it. In the player health class, we will make sure we are using system and then we will create a public event action and we will rename it to damage taken. Then whenever we press the take damage button, we will call this damage taken method. In the take damage method, we will check to see whether or not there are methods assigned to the damage taken action. And if it is not null, we will call the methods. Then in the UI manager class, we will assign the update hearts method to the damage taken event. This means that whenever the damage taken event is called, the update heart method will also be called. Now when I go back to Unity and hit play, you can see that whenever I click take damage, the result is shown on the hearts. So this system is working fine. Now we need a way to add hearts to the game during runtime. So for this, we will go back into the UI manager class and create a new method called add hearts. We will copy the same code from the start method and paste it in. Then we will loop through each image in the hearts list and we will destroy the game object. We will also clear out the hearts list. Then in the player health class, we will create a new public void called upgrade health, and in this method we will increase the max health by 1 and assign health equals to max health. Now we'll create another public event action and we'll call it health upgraded. This will be called whenever the upgrade health method is called. And we will again check it the same way as we checked it with the damage taken event. Now we will go back into the UI manager class and we will assign the add hearts method to the health upgraded event. Now I'll go back into Unity and I will duplicate the damage button. I will rename it to add hearts button. I will also change its text to differentiate it from the damage button. Now on the onClick method, I will change it from take damage to upgrade health. Now when I click play and I click on the add health button, you can see that a heart is added to the screen. So this is working as intended. Now we need a way to heal. So in the player health method, I will copy the take damage method. I will rename it to heal and I'll change the condition to less than equal to 0 to greater than equal to max health. Also instead of decreasing by 1, I will increase by 1. Now we'll go back into Unity and we'll duplicate the add heart button. We will change the method from take damage to heal and also rename the text to heal. And with that, the heart system is completed. I can click on the heal to heal, I can take damage, I can heal, and I can also add hearts to the game. I hope you learned something new from this video, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like, and if you have any questions you can ask me in the comment section below and I'll try to help you there. So until next time, take care and I'll see you guys soon.